Good morning, TikTok. Or good afternoon, actually. Good afternoon, TikTok. Yes, not good morning, it's good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Let's get this party started. Here we go. Oh, hold on. It played before I could get it stopped. All right, here we go. All right. So everybody knows that Bob Weir passed away this week. My husband is a huge Grateful Dead fan. So we thought we'd do some Grateful Dead for everyone today on this Sunday as they had a beautiful little um, gathering for him. We just finished watching that for my husband. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at the Daily Bite. We've got a great discussion for you today. Good afternoon, Angela. Welcome. Welcome, Christian. Today's podcast. It is brought to you today by the passing of Bob Weir. My husband is a huge Grateful Dead fan, so we thought we would bring a little awareness today and give our condolences to Bob Weir and his family today. So enjoy the music, get up and move while we get this broadcast started today. Go ahead, come on in. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you're engaging. Follow. Make sure you're following. If you're going to be here, make sure you're following. Today's broadcast is brought to you today. We are celebrating the life of Bob Weir today. But that's not our discussion, but we are going to talk about many things that Bob talked about, actually, and watching some of the documentaries that my husband, who is he's traveled me all over the world to see the Grateful Dead, okay, guys? I've been places I never thought I would be. To follow a band I don't really enjoy, but that's okay. We're doing it today. This is for my husband today. This is for him. I am that good wife. Yes, I am. Good afternoon, everyone. Come on in. Join us today. Today's Daily Bite. We have a huge discussion today on the table. Hopefully you enjoy today's Daily Bite. Let me get this pulled up for you guys. Enjoy the music in the meantime and move that body. That's what we're here for. We're here to move the body. Move that body. Good afternoon, Robert. Good afternoon, Downey. Good afternoon, Is it Shaughnessy? I didn't say Casey. Casey. I see it. Good afternoon, Casey. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today's Daily Bite. It's going to get a little deep today, guys, so I hope you're ready to have this conversation with me. Let me scoot you guys over here for a minute while I get this up and running for you all. Enjoy the music. Get up and moving around. That's the whole point of being here, is to move the body. I don't care if you walk around your chair, walk around your couch. This is a health and wellness channel. Good afternoon, Mrs. Kemi. Good afternoon, Chris. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you're engaging with your host today, guys. All right. Get up and move. We spend our first few minutes as we come in here moving. Get that body moving. And we're enjoying some music today from the Grateful Dead as we celebrate the life of Bob Weir and his passing. Good afternoon, Tanya. Good afternoon, Ollie. Good afternoon, John. Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Bite, where I bring you a little bite of information that you can take throughout your day and do something different in your health. Good afternoon, Harriet. Good afternoon, Nene. Thank you for joining. Make sure you're engaging with your host today. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming back to the Daily Bite. We appreciate you being here. Again, we took the first few moments, and we'll take some moments again to come back in and do some movement. So when you first come into the Daily Bite podcast, you will have music, you will have movement. You'll be encouraged to get up, move around, move that body. I don't care if you walk around your chair, walk around your kitchen table, walk around your couch, go outside while you watch me broadcast and walk, but the whole point is to get up and move. Good afternoon, Melinda. Good afternoon, Chrissy. Good afternoon, Jamar. Good afternoon, Teresa. Good afternoon, Time Drain. Good afternoon, Susie. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Make sure you're engaging with your host today. Today's Daily Bite broadcast is brought to you in remembrance of Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead. We are speaking today on why your body is struggling more this winter. And it's not because of the cold. And believe me, it is cold here today. We're currently at 23 degrees here in the Lou. So if you're from the Lou and you're watching, give me a heart. I want to see these hearts fly. If you're from the Lou and you are watching, I want to see these hearts start flying in. Good afternoon, Karen and Tommy and Kelly and Dapper and Jane. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you're engaging with your host today here at the Daily Bite. Today's Daily Bite is actually inspired by the Breaking Big Food movie. Anybody familiar with Casey Means? Casey Means. Anyone familiar? Yes or no? Yes. Are you familiar with Casey Means? Good afternoon, Mindy. Thanks for joining us here. Thank you, Scotty, for being here and Robert for being here. Are you familiar with Casey Means? Casey Means put out a docu-series on breaking big food. So today's topic is based around that. It just released. I literally paid to watch it last night. You know, if I'm going to keep up on the health and wellness of everybody, right? So I paid the $3.99 to watch the movie. All right, guys, thank you for being here. Hi, Casey. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Scotty, and Lisa, and Robert for being here today. So welcome back to the Daily Bite. My name is Michelle Rawls. I'm a licensed nutritionist, a licensed nurse, certified diabetic education specialist, and a certified menopause coach. And at the end of January, I'll have my plant-based coaching. So super excited about this. And let me say that lightly too, because I have to continue to study. So I'm almost there. Hang in there, guys. So again, welcome back. If you want to catch this on a replay, of course, you can catch it on my YouTube channel at Show Me Nourish. All right, guys, let me start by asking you something. And I want to actually, I want an answer to this, guys. Be engaging. If you're going to be here, be engaging, okay? In the comments, how does your body feel right now? Give me one word to how your body feels right now. What's that one word? Are you energized? Are you drained? Are you exhausted? What's that one word? Give it to me today, guys. If you're going to be here, be engaging. Be in those comments. Be responsive, all right? Not how you wish you felt. I want to know how you're feeling right now. Good afternoon, SMAC. Good afternoon, Joe. Probably Jamie. Good afternoon, Nick. Good afternoon, Robert. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. How does your body feel right now? Please be engaging here with your host if you're going to be here. Other than that, why are you here? How you actually feel right now. Are you tired? Are you inflamed? Are you heavy? Are you foggy? Are you overwhelmed? Good afternoon, Marcy. Thank you for being here. Put it in the comments, guys. What are you feeling right now? How are you feeling? Let us have it. How are you feeling? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? I can tell you I'm tired. So if you haven't been here the past few days, guys, I've actually been without heat. I have heat now, and I am so super grateful to God I have heat. It was late last night, but the two men who showed up got my heat up and running. So I'm very, very grateful. So super grateful to have friends in so many places that came to the rescue and got our heat up and running, because guess what, guys? It got down to 13 degrees last night. So welcome, Lady B. Jules. Thank you for being here. 13 degrees it got down to last night, and it was cold in this house for sure. So we've been out with heat for 2 days. And last night it got cold. So we had many, many blankets, but they got it up and running. I'm very, very blessed and very thankful and very grateful for sure. Good afternoon, Carmen. Good afternoon, Mama Laura. Good afternoon, Marcy. Thank you for being here. Again, it got very cold last night. I'm very grateful to God. We have heat, and they got us up and running. So again, how are you feeling right now? Tired, inflamed, overwhelmed, foggy? What is your body saying to you today? Good afternoon, Carlos. Thank you for coming back and joining us, Carlos. I appreciate it. Now, here's the question most people are asking themselves this time of year, and it's usually every year. Is it just this winter, or is something else going on? Why do I feel this way? I know I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she was like, gosh, just seems like, I'm more achier this year. Now, my mom is 76 years old. Uh, she's not in the worst of health, but she's not had the best health lately. We've had some issues with dehydration, and that is something that is so super common in these winter months. Good afternoon, Amy. Good afternoon, Valerie. Dehydration is huge during the winter. It is actually more common to be dehydrated in the winter than it is in the summer. So good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I want to, I want to frame this through a very powerful, documentary that I watched, last night. The Breaking of Big Food. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. In the meantime, this is what today's podcast is wrapped around, is that docu-series that was Casey Means and a few other people that have put that together. Casey was the big backer behind it. This film actually exposes and explains exactly why so many people are feeling inflamed, tired, overwhelmed, stressed, and why that worst feeling right now is in play. So we're going to talk about it. The movie speaks upon it. Need my water today, guys. I'm a little dehydrated myself, being yesterday. It got really cold in this house, let me tell you. You don't understand how much cold weather plays an active role on draining you emotionally, physically, um, and I am definitely dehydrated from yesterday being in this house and it being so cold until they got that heat up and running. So good afternoon, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Uh, is it Jorge? David, thank you for being here. Victoria, thank you for being here. All right. So what Breaking Big Food, the diet, it's not necessarily a diet movie. It's not really a diet movie. This is a documentary about the food system. That's what it is. This is a movie about the food system, right? It shows how big food influenced big tobacco and corporate profit. That's what this movie was all about. Good afternoon, Richard, Otis, and Victoria. Thanks for being here. Um, it shows how, again, how the big food companies, uh, being influenced by the big tobacco, reshaped how food was made, how it was marketed, and how it's being consumed in our country today. That is what this movie is all about, or this documentary is all about. So I want to ask you this. Have you ever stopped to ask who benefits from food that fills most grocery store shelves? Have you ever asked yourself, when I make this purchase, when I purchase this water in this big 35-pack container, which I wish my children and my husband would quit buying these because it's plastic. Anyway, that's a whole other topic of discussion. But what I'm trying to say is, have you ever asked who's profiting? Who's profiting from putting these chemicals into, I know, right? I grabbed it because it was quick. Whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. We all do it, right? Anyway, with that being said, who actually benefits? Have you asked yourself? Many people don't. Many people don't. We rarely ask this question. You want to know why? Because we're just too wrapped up in being convenient, right? It was quick. Didn't I say that? This is the example I'm using today. I think it's the best example to use. This was quick. This was easier than me going to my Canogen system and pulling water out. It's an excuse. It was an excuse, but this is the example I wanted to use today. So we're here. We're with it. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Love Redheads. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm very grateful you're here today. So again, the documentary makes it very clear. Most modern food is designed for shelf life, for addiction, and for profit. So we're addicted to sugar. Who's not addicted to sugar? I mean, if you've worked yourself off of sugar like I have, amen, hallelujah, you did it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. So again, The food industry is here for a profit. It is here to see to it that food lasts for a longer period of time. It is here to see to it that you stay addicted to what you're going back and repeatedly buying over and over and over. You know you are. You know you are. You're going back every single week, day, however you're shopping, month, and you're purchasing the same foods. Same foods. You know what they cost. You know that the kids like it. You know you like it. You're picking up these same foods over and over and over. Why? Because you're hooked. You're hooked into convenience. You're hooked into sugar. You're hooked into caffeine. Again, convenience. This is why I brought this out here today. Convenience. This is all about convenience, okay? So I'm using the example today, convenience, not wanting to go over to my Canogen system, get the reverse osmosis water, and pull that into my cup and drink that. That's what we do. It's what we do. All right. Here's where the winter part comes in. Here's where the winter part of this conversation comes in. Hello, Miss Sherry. It's so good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, Goldie. Good afternoon, Apple User. Thanks for coming back, Apple User. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it so much. All right. If I tapped on something, I apologize, guys. All right. So when people are cold, okay, when people are cold, tired, stressed, overwhelmed, what do you all reach for? What do you all reach for? Convenience, convenience, comfort, quick energy, all the above, right? Good afternoon, Had. I love it. I love it. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. So we reach for convenience. Why? Because it's familiar. It's a right now. I can grab it. I can go. I don't have to turn around and think about it. I can just grab that, move forward with my day. If it's hurting or harming my body in any way, you know what? I'll think about that later. You will think about it later. Like I said yesterday, if you, which you have, had signs and symptoms of something not being right, and then you go to the doctor and you ask the doctor to figure out what's not right, why have I not been feeling well? And that doctor comes back and says, well, you've got diabetes, or well, you've got heart disease, or well, you've got the C word, because if I say it, TikTok streams me. Why are you surprised? Why are you shocked? You're eating, you're choosing, you're making those choices. So why are you shocked? What is it about that conversation that shocks you? You made the choice to have convenience, to have plastic enter your body. You made a choice, a visual choice, that you wanted to pull something quickly and have that quick convenience. And then you're surprised when the doctor looks at you and says, oh, you've got diabetes. That's why you've been feeling that way. Or, oh, you've got some heart concerns. We're going to have to do some further testing and put you on medication. Or you've got the C word. You got cancer. Why are you surprised? Why are you shocked? Why would you be shocked? Put it in the comments. Why would you be shocked? What would shock you about that conversation? You know you haven't been eating right. You know you haven't been eating the right things. You know you haven't been eating soil to table food. You know you're eating processed and ultra processed food. So why are you shocked? All right, well, take a moment on that to really process that. And let's go back to taking a moment really quickly and move our bodies. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take a real quick break here, and we are going to move the bodies. So give me just a minute here, and we'll get your music up and going here. Ooh, Pink Floyd today. All right. Isn't this interesting? Pink Floyd was playing in the background, guys. So let's go ahead and let's get we're with the Grateful Dead today, guys. So this is in tribute to my husband and Bob Weir. My husband is a huge Grateful Dead fan. Like I said, he's traveled me all over the world to see this band. I've seen this band more times than All right, here we go, guys. Let's move the body. I don't care if you move it around a couch. I don't care if you move it around a chair, move it around a table. Go outside and take our broadcast with you as you walk. If you're able to and it's not cold, go do that. That's the better of the time because you get to enjoy God's beauty and what's out here, right? Be grateful that the sky is shining today. All right, move the bodies, everybody. Here we go. Good afternoon. Katie Diamond, good afternoon. Fourth Fits, thanks for joining us. Make sure you're engaging with your host and following, guys. All right. Other than that, why are you here? We're taking a break and we're having a dance party. Join us here on the Daily Bite. Move that body. Good afternoon, Hibbert. Good afternoon, Mickey. Thanks for joining us. Move that body. We are celebrating the life of Bob Weir. This podcast is dedicated to my husband today, who chose to let us watch today Bob's final resting. Move that body, guys. That's what we're here for. We're continuing our discussion on why winter. Why in the winter time do we struggle like we do? So we'll return back in just a minute to our conversation. But in the meantime, get up and move. Move that body. Good afternoon, Melvin. Move that body, everybody. Shining on me. Sorry, guys. I forgot to put my DNS on. Take the moment, guys. Walk around your table. Walk around your chair. Walk around your couch. Thank you. Whatever you need to do to get that body moving, we'll return back to the conversation in just a few moments. Remember, we take 3 breaks to dance and move the body during this podcast. So if you're ready to be energized, get that blood pumping. All right, guys. Make sure you're engaging with your host. Move that body, guys. Come on. It's Sunday. Let's get ready. It's a reset day. All right, guys. Are you moving that body? Are you making it happen today? Let's do it. Good afternoon, Lex Rodriguez. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you're engaging and following your host. We'll return back to the conversation in just a few moments, guys. Get up and move. That's what you're here to do. Get up and move. I can barely see. Maybe it occurs to me. What a long, strange trip it's been. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in on Moving Your Body. Again, we are celebrating the life of Bob Weir today. Sorry, guys. I need a drink. All right, welcome, Dina. Thanks for being here. All right, so this is why I talk about structure and daily nourishment here at the Daily Bite, okay? If food feels confusing and overwhelming, this is exactly why the Daily Plate exists. So every Friday, I offer everybody an opportunity, and you can lock in right now, $27 a month, right? You can lock in recipes, nutrition plans, weekly coaching with me for $27 a month. Lock it in. By the 31st of January, lock it in, right? All right, let's go ahead. I'm working myself out today, guys. All right, so winter already challenges the body, as this is our discussion today. We have less sunlight during the winter months, less movement because it's cold, right? I'm not out here walking my 5 miles outside. I'm going to Planet Fitness, by the way. There's a plug for Planet Fitness. I'm going to Planet Fitness every day and walking my 5 miles. You have more isolation. You have more stress, right? We're indoors. We're not mingling and, being in our communities and being out doing the things because winter has us inside, right? So let me ask you this. What happens to your eating habits when your energy drops? What are you doing when that energy drops? Are you asking yourself even why it's dropped? Or have you even realized the things that you've changed as to why that energy is so far down where it is right now? So if that's you, put a yes in the comments. Yes, I'm drained. Yes, I'm low on energy. Let me know. Yes in the comments. Welcome 1%. Welcome for being here. Thank you for being here, I should say. Make sure you're engaging with your host. Guys, if you're not engaging, I don't know why you're here. I really don't. I'm here for you. Welcome, Books by Tyler. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. So let me get myself back up here. I moved myself. All right. Here we go. All right, so like I said, do you even notice? Do you even notice that right now your energy levels are down from where they typically are in the spring and summer? Do you realize that? Are you paying attention? If that's you, say yes. Let us know in the comments. Say yes. Like I said, make sure you're engaging with your host. If you're here and you're not engaging, I'm questioning why you're here. All right. So most people don't cook more nourishing meals in the wintertime. Again, we're grabbing convenience. This is why I got this today and brought this here because I wanted you to see this is what we do, right? We didn't turn around and go to the Canogen system and grab the water. I thought, okay, yeah, great, let's do this today. Let me just grab this because it's quick, it's simple. This is what we do. This is your example today. It's quick, it's simple. Let me just drop in the convenience store, grab a soda really quickly. I don't have time for all of that. I just want to get home, grab, a microwavable meal for tonight. I want to throw that in the microwave, put it on the table, and that's what everybody's eating. And we continuously do this more so throughout the winter months than we do the spring and summer months. Why? Why? Because we're tired, we're exhausted. We can't get out as much. It's cold. We don't want to deal with it. We've got all the excuses to make under the sun. And yet we ask, gosh, why am I so tired? Why am I feeling so creaky? Why am I feeling so much pain in my hips and my back and my arms and my legs? We're going to dive into that. So give me just a minute here. I need a drink. So hold tight. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll take a break here in a moment. We will take a break here in just a moment. We'll do another dance party here in just a moment. So welcome, Nancy. Welcome, China. Welcome, Zig. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's continue to talk about our winter topic today, right? Why does the cold do what it does? All right. So like I said, most people don't cook more nourishing meals during these winter months, right? You want simple. You want fast. You want convenient. You want to be able, like I said, toss it in the microwave. Beep, beep, beep. On, done, beep, great. Put it on the table. Guess what? Here's your meal, everyone. Have a great night. Showers up, go to bed, move along and do it the next day until spring and summer gets here. Then you're ready to do things. We're grilling, we're walking, we're playing, we're doing all the things that summer and spring allow us to do, right? Winter keeps us indoors. When we really need to be getting out and producing even more so in our daily lives throughout the winter months. Like I said, dehydration is the number one issue in the winter months. Make sure you're engaging with your host today. Make sure you're following. All right, so the foods during the winter months, right? They're the bars, the shakes, the packaged healthy meals, or so they say. These were all created in the food system, right? And that's what the Breaking Big Food docuseries actually speaks upon. So like I said, if you haven't went and seen that, go check that out. That's what Casey means. But here's the truth most people haven't really been told. Okay, so let's talk about this. Your winter symptoms aren't random. They're predictable. Ultra processed foods increase inflammation, disrupt the gut, stress blood sugars. They spike our blood sugars. They drain our immune system. This is what the system has created. And we continue to purchase those foods that we know are harmful to our body. Like I asked you earlier, and I asked this yesterday. You've had signals, you've had signs, you've had symptoms that something's going on. And I ask, why are you surprised when you go to the doctor that they tell you that you have diabetes, that you have heart disease, that you have uh, cancer, the C word? Why are you surprised? Why is this such a shocker? Like I said yesterday on the podcast, and I'm not taking away from this individual. This individual was very upset, was out on threads. I check my threads every Saturday because that's the only time I do threads. And this individual was, in tears because they had been told that they had cancer. And I had to ask, why are you surprised? Like, why are you shocked? You're eating the store food. You're choosing convenience. You're choosing to put this food in your body. And you guys know here at the Daily Bite, what I teach you here, which we're getting ready to get into the teaching part of it, to the how you can shift one thing today. I always put that at the end of the podcast. One thing that we're going to shift today to make things a little healthier and easier for you, right? So why are you shocked? Why are you shocked that you continue to eat that convenient food and the doctor comes up and says, well, Michelle, you've got cancer? And that's exactly what happened to me back in 2000. Back in 2000. So, really quickly, guys, for those of you who are here, again, my name is Michelle Rawls. I'm a licensed nutritionist, nurse, certified diabetic education specialist, and I'm a certified menopause coach. I have helped thousands of people over the past 11 years to get healthy, to rid medication, to understand how to use real food, how to get their hands on real food from farmers and local farmers markets, and not eat in the grocery stores. That's what I teach here, okay? My story. So back in 2014, I collapsed on the nursing floor. My husband was asked to come and pick me up. He did. He took me to the hospital. Once they got me all settled, got my pain under control, I was suffering from chronic lymphocytic leukemia. I've been suffering for 14 years, okay? They came to me on January 14, 2014 and said, there's nothing more we can do for you. There is nothing more we can do for you. We are going to place you on palliative care, and we will then place you on hospice care, which they'll transition me out of palliative to hospice. And the best thing you can do, Michelle, is make funeral arrangements. 5 oncology doctors told me to make funeral arrangements. Now, being the nurse that I am, something I haven't, really spoken upon is that I looked at him and I said, so you 5 are God. Of course, that was, oh, no, we're not playing God. We're just saying there's nothing more we can do for you. Like I said, and I tell this everywhere I go because this is exactly what happened. I immediately had this burst of, I swear it was God. He came over me. I ripped that IV out of my arm. I threw that 19 medication bag of medications. I threw it at him and I said, AMA, I want out AMA. That's what AMA means, against medical advice. You never have to take a doctor's advice. You never have to stay in the hospital. You never have to stay if you do not want to stay. You can sign yourself out AMA. Ask for it. AMA, sign me, I'm out. That's you going against medical advice. All it does is just alleviate them from being sued. That's all. I walked out, said God will either save me or he'll take me. Guess what, guys? We're 11 years cancer free today. We celebrated the 14th of January just a few days ago. 4 days ago, we celebrated. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi, Julia. Hi, Cammie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead, be engaging with your host. Make sure you're following. We are here every day on the Daily Bite podcast live stream. 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and 1 p.m. on Sundays, because I go to church, guys. All right, so when your body struggles more in winter, it's not because you're weak, okay? It's because it's being asked. Your body's asking you, please, give me what I need. Your body's begging for it. If you're exhausted, if you're tired, if you're inflamed, if you're overwhelmed, if you're stressed, you're not giving your body what it needs. And it needs real food. It needs support. It needs the knowledge. And that's what I offer you here at the Daily Plate. So every Friday at 11 a.m. we meet. I have group coaching. You can come in. You can secure $27 a month for 12 months. Coming in on the Daily Plate, that gives you nutrition plans, that gives you recipes, it gives you coaching, it gives you a VIP group, it gives you 2 holistic medicine doctors in there, or holistic doctors, not medicine doctors, but holistic doctors in the group as well. So you have access to them above and beyond what I offer. So it gives you that. All right, so drop this in the comments. What foods have you been relying on more so during these winter months? Have you been relying more on convenience? Or have you been focusing on nourishment? And don't go lately just because it's the new year. Which one is it? Are you focused lately? And that's prior to January 1. Have you been throughout these winter months focusing on convenience, or have you been focusing on nourishment? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. There's no shame here. I just want to bring awareness to what we're talking about today, okay? I want to guide you. I want to help you. I want to show you how to have as much energy as I have, to have as much vibrancy in life and longevity to life as I have, and what I offer to all my clients. So convenience or nourishment? Which one are you living on today? Convenience or nourishment? Drop it in the comments. All right, guys, make sure you're engaging with your host today. If you're here and you're not engaging, I don't know why you're here or why you keep coming back. This is a conversation. So be in the conversation, okay, guys? Be in the conversation. All right, so like I said, I watched the movie Breaking Big Food with Casey Means. Or Callie, Casey, whichever one. Anyway, watched it. Not a big fan of either. But anyway, again, this system that has been built for us, it wasn't built for your health. Wasn't built for my health. Wasn't built for anyone's health. It was built to profit. The system was built to profit. And it's profiting. It's profiting. You're addicted. You're addicted to the soda. You're addicted to the sugar. You're addicted to the candy, cakes, cookies, all of it. The cereal from Kellogg's, all of it. You're addicted. You're picking it out and putting it in your cart every single week. Every time you shop, you're putting it in your cart. You're making choices. So again, whenever you make those choices and then you start having signs and symptoms that something's not right, and the doctor comes back and says, well, yeah, you've got diabetes. Well, yeah, you've got cancer. Why are you shocked? Why are you shocked? Why are you sitting down and having that boohoo moment? I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's a grieving process. It's a shocking process, but you shouldn't be that shocked. You made choices. You have awareness out here. I'm not the only licensed nutritionist, diabetic specialist, certified menopause coach, nurse out here speaking upon these topics. I'm not the only one. I just know how to do it through real food, through farm to table food. That's what I do differently than any other dietitian or nutritionist out here. They focus on you currently getting food from the store and purchasing from the store. I focus on you returning back to the farmer and cooking less than 30-minute meals with real food. I show you how to heal, treat, and prevent chronic illness and disease through real food. I have farmers all across the 50 states, even abroad in other countries. I have farmers because I have a lot of my clients are from abroad. It's amazing. A lot of my clients are from abroad. Not all are in the United States. I have many clients in the United States, but most of my clients are from abroad, wanting to know how they can take their real food and actually eat it to the healthiest of forms. Amazing, right? Right? It is amazing what I do. You can go on my website. You can look at all the testimonials. Go out there and take a look for yourself. All right, guys. So ask this question. Why are we blaming our bodies for reacting exactly how they should? Why are we blaming? Why are we sitting out here playing a blame game, playing a victim, when we know exactly why our bodies are responding the way they're responding? It happens. So if your body is inflamed, if your body is tired, if you're spiking blood sugars, if your energy is crashing, if your gut is stressed, if your immunity is dropping, it's because of the food you're putting in. Okay? And winter simply exposes what's already been there in your body. That is exactly the heightened time that people have more symptoms, more signals that there's something going on in their body is during the winter months. Why? Because we're inside. We're not as active. We're grabbing convenience. And we're saying, yes, I'm gonna grab this and go, even though we know this is loaded with plastic and it's going to enter into our body. We have a credit card worth of plastic in our body every single month if we are not detoxing the body. If you're drinking soda, drinking water, eating out of plastic, drinking out of plastic, you've got a credit card's worth of plastic every month coming into your body. That's the study. All right, guys, let's take a few minutes. It is time to have our dance party. So get up and dance. Make it happen. Move the body. Just a few moments here. Take a few moments. Walk around your couch. Walk around your table. Walk around your chair. Whatever the case may be. We are celebrating the life of Bob Weir today. My husband has traipsed me all over the world to see this band. Beside the rising tide, don't feel Uncle John's band playing to the tide. Come on along, don't follow. He's come to take his children home. I don't know that many of you are as old as I am to even know who this person is. I'm telling my age. Hello, Mr. Coleman. Thank you for being here today. All right, guys. Keep the bodies moving. Here we go. When you get the body moving, you get the lymph system actually draining. Can you feel that? When you start moving, you can feel that whole lymph system just moving. All right, take your moment. Move that body. Let's go. I'm going to take my time just in this video of mine. For daylight, just so get some sleep tonight. Remember, everyone, we take a break 3 times during the podcast to actually move our bodies and get our lymph system moving, get the blood flowing, get that heart pumping. It's amazing what you can do for your body when you move it 3 times a day for 10 minutes. Try it this week. That's one of your daily bites for today. Good afternoon, Riviera. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are on our third and last final move your body. So get up and move your body, and I will finish the rest of this broadcast in just a few moments as we wrap up our topic for today. Good afternoon, Xavier. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're engaging with your host and following your host. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central. Right now, we are taking our third time to move the body and get that lymph system draining and get the blood pumping. I have a beautiful fresh fish waiting for me out here that my husband just cooked up for me. And sweet potato fries to go with it, freshly cut and made. What's on your plate today? All right, guys, move that body. We're almost done. Oh, I hit the wrong thing, but we'll be done. That was my sign. I'll take it as my high sign. All right, guys. So, again, we have the ability to come into my group coaching every single Friday, 11 a.m. It is called the Daily Plate. Go up there, tap into that, lock in that $27 for the next 12 months to be a part of getting your life back on track each and every day, one bite at a time. So go ahead, tap into that. Let's continue and wrap this up for today. Support. We need support, right? If we have love, if we have support, if we have people surrounding us, we can accomplish anything. Anything is possible, by the way. Anything is possible. So don't sit here and say, I can't, because if you can't, you can't. If you can, you can. That conversation was at the first of the year. So if you want to catch that podcast, go back to the YouTube channel at Show Me Nourish and go check that one out. Some people do well in group environments with guidance and support, right? Others need deeper, personalized support. So let's be honest. Have you been trying to figure this out? Have you been trying to figure your health out? If so, put a yes in the comment. How many years have you been spending trying to figure out your health as to why you're not losing weight, why you can't get your blood sugars under control, why you're in chronic pain all the time? Doctors keep just shoving more prescriptions at me. I don't know why. Why are we not having a conversation about what I'm eating, how I'm eating? Is that playing a part? If that's you, put a yes in the comments. I want to help. All right, because you haven't tried everything. You haven't tried everything. All right, you've tried what you've been a little bit taught. It's because chronic stress, inflammation, and illness often require one-on-one guidance. Not for everybody, but for a majority. You need that one-on-one. You need that time to actually understand, sit down with a coach, hear why this health issue or this health concern has continued. All right. So I do have a one-on-one program for anyone who's out here asking, well, does she have one? I do have one. You can go to showmenourished.com, go check that out, Life Reclaimed. Go fill out the form, schedule your day and time, we'll have a conversation. Not everyone comes into my one-on-one program. Not everyone qualifies for my one-on-one program, okay? Just so you know, which is why I have the group coaching available so that you can take the group coaching. It's $27 a month. You can lock it in right now until January 31st for the entire year. The entire year. Lock it in. If you're ready to take your health to the next level, if you're tired of not feeling good, not having energy, you'd like to have energy, you'd like to have, some longevity and quality to life, lock in that group coaching, because my one-on-one coaching may or may not be for you. But you can go showmenourished.com. You can fill out the form. You can schedule a day and time, and we can talk. We'll see if it's for you. It's not for everyone. Okay? And I promise you, if you're just wanting to lose weight, that conversation with me will not go the way you thought it would go, because that's not what I'm here for. You have to ask yourself, what does that look like? What does losing weight look like? What's that vision look like? And where does your health fit into that vision? All right, so for those people who are ready to stop guessing and are ready to take action, personalized food strategies, inflammation reduction through real food, consistency systems built around you and what you do in your daily life, then my one-on-one coaching program, it'll be for you if you're ready for all that. All right, so just go to showmenourished.com, fill out the form, and we'll see if that works for you. All right, so let me ask you this before we close. Do you want to keep blaming winter or start supporting your body differently? I mean, we all understand that wintertime is the time after this broadcast. You guys get it, right? Wintertime is the reason why you're feeling all these aches and pains. You're trying to figure out why you don't have energy. Why am I so inflamed? Why am I so overwhelmed? Why am I so stressed out? You're not moving. You're not doing the same things you do throughout your spring, summer, and fall months, okay? The season of winter, it can break some people. It really can. It really can. It's a season within itself, you know. But the daily plate can help you. That group coaching can help you. Lock in that $27, guys. Lock it in, because it's going to be gone. It will be gone as of the 31st. So if you haven't locked it in by then, at midnight on the 31st, it will be gone. So go lock that in. Come into the group coaching. Get your nutrition plans. Get your recipes. Get your coaching. Lock that in for a year. $27 a month. That is a steal for what I offer you, and how you will feel and be in the first 3 days. You'll be like, wow, I only paid $27 for this. It happens every time. Go look at my testimonies. They say it every time. All right, guys. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to think about where you're at. I want you to think about what you've been feeling, because you've been having signals, you've been having symptoms, all the above. Okay? You can keep coming back here on the podcast. I'm still going to have topics every single day. In fact, you can shape the topics that we have here at the Daily Bite. You can go and choose a package to be a part of the Daily Bite. You can also choose a package to come in and have a coaching session right here on the Daily Bite and be a part of the Daily Bite. So if that's you and you want to be a part of that, go ahead, go up there, grab your package, let us know what you'd like to do, what day you'd like to do it on, and we'll bring you right in. But the second thing I want you to do, guys, I want you to go and check out that show, that documentary. It is on Prime. So if you have Prime, go check it out. Breaking Big Food. Go check that out. It's a very interesting docuseries, especially if you don't know anything about food and how it's being processed or how it's actually being put out here to us and marketed to us and what it's actually going through. That's a great one to start with. All right, and let's stop. Let's break the cycle. Let's break the cycle of what you have been putting yourself through. The convenience, the let's make this quick, let's throw it in the microwave, let's put it out on the table and call it a night. Let's stop that. All right? And let's start healing. All right, guys, that was your Daily Bite for today. Healing one bite at a time. And we will be back. We will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. live right here. Make sure you're following your girl here at Show Me Nourished. Make sure you're engaging when you're here. If you're not engaging when you're here, then I don't know why you're here. Tell me why you're here. If you're not going to engage, if you're not going to answer my questions, if you're not going to give me something to work with to help you, then why are you here? Let's talk. Let's have this conversation. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. See you back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. live right here on the Daily Bite. Have a great day, everyone.